Not too long after that, I got an order from Sushi Saki, which opened up near me. And once again, I arrived and the order was picked up by someone else. That was the second time that week. And since this was fresh off the last incident that I had, I decided to call support. Uber really made it difficult to get past their AI chatbot for some reason, but I was able to get on the phone with a support agent, which turned out to be just very odd. Because the normal chatbot pathways that I used to use to just get to an agent weren't letting me hop on the phone with them anymore. And of course, the phone call itself was weird too. First of all, the way she was asking me to confirm that I was asking her to cancel the order, why would you need me to verbalize it so clearly unless you were planning on twisting my words and my intentions? Have you ever noticed how they always claim that you canceled the order even though it was outside of your control and the support agent on the phone had the order canceled? If it ever came down to evidence, they have it on the record claiming you canceled, and most drivers never have the evidence saying otherwise. The fact that she wouldn't pay the cancellation fee right away is normal, but when I asked for a supervisor and he connected me, he made the point that the call was being recorded, and I made the same point that I was recording the call. Because whenever I do any kind of business call, especially to a platform that I actively do work on, I make sure my calls are recorded. But then he said he had to disconnect the call because I said that. What, you guys can record me and I cannot do the same? He hung up the phone, but he also did something really sneaky as well. You see, when they disconnect the call, you can normally go into the app and call again, but this was made completely unavailable to me. I found out later that they hung up the call, but they didn't end the chat in the system, which means that in the eyes of the help section over the app, I was still on that call. They still haven't resolved the events of that call. And since they didn't want me tying up their system with their calls, they had to end the chat on their end before I could call through their app again. The only way I was able to hop back on the Uber support number was to call it directly, have it open the chat for me in the app, and then request to make a live call again. I had to use the roundabout way. That said, I hopped on the phone again. Third support agent gave me the silent treatment and did effectively nothing. Literally. The fourth support agent put me through to a supervisor, and that supervisor gave me the one-time courtesy, which I get a lot, so don't let their kind fool you. I also got a chat saying that I got $10 as well.